What's up, gang? My name's Jason and you're watching Over 40 Fitness TV. In today's episode, I want to share with you a safe, simple, and effective method of treating muscle soreness and muscle pain after a workout. This is something that a friend of mine told me about early on in my running career, so I investigated it, I tested it, and it worked for me, and I hope it can work for you as well. But before we get started, if you hear something in this video that you like, make sure you hit the like button down below. What that does is it tells YouTube to put this video in front of other people just like you who may also like the information that I'm about to share. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos coming up. About 10 months after I started my running journey, I began training for my very first full marathon. It was the Chicago Marathon, which takes place the second weekend of October every year. Now, because it takes place in the second weekend of October, I had to do all of my heavy training during the hot Florida summer months. And there were times I would go out for a 15 to 20 mile run and I wouldn't be able to walk for a day or two because my legs would be hurting so much. So I started talking to some of my other running friends and doing my own research, and I found out that magnesium is a powerful mineral that can help overcome muscle soreness and fatigue. Let me explain. Magnesium is the fourth most abundant mineral in our body. We get magnesium from foods like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. Unfortunately, the reality is most of us don't get enough magnesium every day, and I'm going to talk about that just a little bit later in this video. So let's dive into a little bit of the science about what's happening inside your muscles when you exercise. When you exercise, your body is creating energy from a molecule called ATP. What ATP is doing is that it is converting the food that you've eaten into the energy that your muscles can use. But ATP requires magnesium for its production. So diving a little bit deeper into your muscles, what's happening is that there are these proteins, and calcium and magnesium are trying to bind to these proteins, but only one of them can bind to it. And what's happening is that calcium is actually restricting your muscles, where magnesium is actually relaxing your muscles. But since only one can bind at a time, it all comes down to what do you have more of in your system. If you have more calcium, your muscles are going to restrict more. But if you have more magnesium, your muscles are going to relax more. And finally, magnesium helps move blood sugar into your muscles, which helps flush out lactate. Lactate is what creates lactic acid, and that's the pain that we feel after a heavy workout. So going back to the calcium and magnesium, if you don't have enough magnesium in your muscles, it's not bringing in that blood sugar, so the lactate is building up, and it builds up and it builds up to the point that you start to feel that pain and that pressure in your muscles while you're working out. Now, in my research, I found that magnesium actually has many other benefits besides just helping muscles. It helps control your blood sugar, it helps control your inflammation, it gives you a healthy heart, it helps you have healthy sleep habits, and it even helps with constipation if you're struggling with that. Sadly, as I mentioned earlier in the video, according to a study by the National Institute of Health, most Americans don't get enough magnesium in their diet alone. And to make matters even worse, the consumption of caffeine, sodas, alcohol, and even heavy sweating are some of the things that help deplete our body of what little magnesium that we have. So I'll be honest, I don't get enough magnesium in my diet. So that's why I take a supplement. And I've been taking a supplement for about 5 years now. Now, when you go and research the market, you're going to find there's a few different varieties or forms of magnesium, but the two most popular are going to be magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate. What I take is a magnesium glycate. And the reason is because magnesium citrate is more beneficial for people with constipation or PMS issues, to where magnesium glycinate has a broader spectrum, and it actually helps with the inflammation that I know my muscles are experiencing after a heavy workout. You may even find on some of the marketplaces magnesium supplements that have a combination of citrate and glycinate, and those are for people who just want to cover the whole broad spectrum of the benefits that magnesium has to offer. Now, as for how much you should be taking of magnesium, it really varies between your gender, your age, and your weight, but the general rule of thumb is that that adult women should be in the 310 to 320 range, whereas adult men should be in the 410 to 420 milligrams per day range for a healthy daily allowance of magnesium intake. But before you leave this video and go start buying magnesium, let me just say one thing. You need to talk to your doctor before taking any supplement or making any change to your diet or exercise, because everybody's body responds differently. The good news is that it's pretty hard to overdose on magnesium, but the reality is not everybody should be taking magnesium supplements. So again, consult with your doctor. Don't just take what I had to share on this video. You talk to your doctor and you come up with a plan that works best for you. I hope this video has been helpful and beneficial for you. Again, my goal was to share the scientific data and facts that I uncovered in my research, as well as my own personal experience. But again, everybody's different, so you need to do what works best for you. But I will say that I've been taking magnesium supplements for about 5 years now. I have not experienced any side effects from it, and so I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and maybe share it with someone who you think might benefit from the information I had to share. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos that we have to share. Be good to yourself and to someone else.